Shalom, real quick, giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Hakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Lord's hopefully elect. As we said that they were going to do, now they're going to start screening people for Lyme disease. Recently, there's been an uptick in tick bites, and people are getting this disease known as Lyme's disease. But you find out that that was all created in a lab on an island by the U.S. government. Knowing how this devil operates, what did we say? If he's spreading it, it's for a reason. So that they can fast track a jab. So they can put people more in fear of diseases and these things are getting out of control. So that they can fast track a jab to get people comfortable with the idea that there's going to be quarterly, yearly, month, if not monthly jabs, because there's a so-called health crisis. I told you, this is what he has to do. He has to create the crisis so that he can offer the solution, and the solution being you giving up more of your freedom. Everything they do up until this point is no coincidence. It's justification for the bigger picture. If they want to bring about a law, if they want people to end up taking the RFID microchip, they have to create the crisis that requires them to then pass the bill to restrict travel, restrict movements, so-called safe energy. You need to eat plastic and you need to eat lab-grown meat. They will create the crisis so that they can offer the solution. So, looks like, and I discovered this during the lesson yesterday, but it looks like now RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has been anointed by Trump to be in charge over the health committee for Americans, is now coming out here to say that, oh, we got to jump on this and we're going to start screening people for this. This is very important. So expect soon for them to try to fast track a jab to so-called help the people. But don't be fooled. Nothing that they do is by coincidence, and even the people know.
And neuropsychiatric issues in elderly and even schizophrenia in younger patients. We also know that with proper diagnosis, many of these symptoms can be treated and the disease reversed. My concern is that many Michiganders who are suffering from unexplained symptoms may think they've been tested for Lyme, when in reality, they have not, because the standard test is not thorough enough. What can we do together to make sure that people are getting thorough and accurate testing for Lyme disease to stop these types of spreads, sir?
Yeah, I mean, this is a priority for us, congressmen. Lyme disease has been a hidden disease because the government has been denying its existence. Prior to me getting in, heads of my agency, the leading heads of NIH, were telling the American people it's a myth, it doesn't really exist. And we've changed all that. We've conducted a Lyme roundtable with the best experts from around the country. Many people from this body participated in it. We put up a web page. I'm not sure if it's up yet, but it should be up so that people can find the best physicians for treating it. We're putting large amounts of money into Lyme research, and absolutely we should be doing pre-screening for people to see if they have it. So many millions and millions of Americans have this disease and don't know it. And it's absolutely debilitating to their lives.
Like we told you they were going to do. Now they're going to push to try to screen it in the hospitals, etc. Because what did he say? Millions and millions of Americans have it, and they don't even know it. Just like they did when they brought the pandemic. Remember, they covered all the angles. When the pandemic was around, everything was a symptom. The common cold disappeared. Every other infection problem all disappeared, and everything was labeled as C19. If you stubbed your toe, that was a symptom. If your eye hurt, that was a symptom. Everything was a symptom to make that the mainstream. Whenever if somebody died in a car crash, they counted it as a death, right? To inflate the numbers, to provoke more people to fear, and to get them to fall in line to take the jab. This is what they do, and there was no antidote, there was no remedy, nothing worked. The only thing that was going to work is that they fast-tracked the jab. That was their only solution. So they took down all videos of anybody saying how to relieve it in some way, natural remedies. None of that was allowed. The only thing that was allowed was to propagate fear, to bring about their agenda. And there was no getting around it. If you felt fine, oh, you can still feel fine and still have it, and you can still spread it. So you don't even know you can have the symptoms, and you can have it and still be fine. You can show no symptoms and still have it. How convenient. That means you covered everything. Just like what he's saying. Millions of Americans have it and they don't even know it. Yeah, how convenient. So cause a problem. Release the ticks. Send them out there. Send the mosquitoes out there. They come up killing animals. They're biting people. Oh, look. I guess now we have to address this. And me, RFK Jr., I am the head of the NIH. And I'm all about making America healthy again. I'm going to be in charge. Trump elected me, trusted me to be in charge about the American people's health. So we are definitely going to add this to screening. And we're definitely going to bring about a jab. Luckily, we have Bill Gates, the gates of hell, on the job, who spoke with Trump when Trump got elected about making sure that we have operations such as Operation Warp Speed to fast track a jab so that people can take this, and they need to take this, and we just need to make it a part of their regular routine, and like the flu shot, all this other stuff. This is for the American health. Everybody, this is their plan. We told you when they just uprise and tick bites and all that, all scheduled, all planned. And like I always say, they have to move things ahead of schedule. But you read the comments, the people know. It says not just Lyme disease, but the ticks that also cause meat allergies. Yeah, that's called alpha-gal syndrome, which is a part of their plan too. So that you can't eat meat, then you have to eat the lab-grown meat. Someone says, I've got it too. I've met a dozen people with it. The government created it and unleashed it on us. Someone else said, these bioweapons are a crime against humanity because it was created on an island by the U.S. government. So the gates of hell is the biggest tick. See, the gates of hell needs to be stopped. People know who's in charge and who's responsible. If the government hadn't weaponized ticks, we wouldn't have this problem. The government has been trying to kill us for decades. My son couldn't walk at the age of 3. He is now 43. Lyme has affected his life ever since. Shame on those who created such evil. The first Lyme tick bite was very short distance from a military research lab. Lyme disease is a bioweapon. Track down the people who created Lyme disease and prosecute. So the people know. You understand? They're not buying it anymore. That something just happens. No. First of all, it was created so that they can be used in situations like these. So don't buy into it. Proverbs 26, verse 24. He that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. So don't believe the devil when he comes to say, I'm here to help. Even Ronald Reagan said that. The 9 most terrifying words to hear, that I'm from the American government and I'm here to help. And the people that's in charge, all are thinking about, and they're all on board with the same thing. Our RFK Jr. speaks about wearables. He said last year he foresee all Americans all having wearables to monitor their health. Yuval Harari speaks about people need to be monitored under their skin, 24-hour surveillance. What are those wearables? What are they talking about? RFID microchip. But it's all conditioning and funneling people into the chip. It's called gradualism, or creeping normality. Getting you used to the idea that your safety and your health will now be overwatched and seen by people above you who you just have to trust. People like the gates of hell. Because this is to save the planet. And anybody who doesn't comply with the New World Order, New World Agenda, well, you're a threat to the new way of living and you have to be destroyed. So we told you they were going to do it. They're talking about it. It's just one of many that they're going to bring about. Don't trust the devil when he comes to offer the solution. Have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Shalom.